morning. Welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Amogbe.
Always a delight to have you join us to talk sports. I'm Austin Okonakman.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salah.
Let's get the show started now. We're getting ready for that important game. Can MFM defeat Rivers United to go on top of the MPFL table, or can Rivers United redeem their image, win back the love of their fans when they play MFM today in a rescheduled March Day 8 fixture? Guys.
The game is going to be at Agege Stadium. MFM beats Rangers there. And they also beat
everyone.
Plateau United there.
Plateau United, Caterpillars, everybody. So Rivers United, another loss, maybe two in a row.
They have their work cut out, Cecilia. I'm not going to go ahead and predict the scoreline of that particular match, but definitely all eyes will be on Stephen. 10 goals already this season. We'll see if he can add to his tally tonight.
Okay, we'll see about that. Then what we're going to see will be tomorrow night when the Super Eagles of Nigeria will face Teranga Lions of Senegal. Yeah. And of course, for that game, you have Kayode Olarenwaju, Edison, and Chejile are the players that have joined the ones in camp. And today they will be having just one training session, just like it happened yesterday. They had one training session also on Tuesday.
Yeah, one training session. Latest arrivals are Olarenwaju and Chejile. Others are expected in camp latest today. So bring on Senegal. That's what it is. Okay, let's move on now from, still on football, but Cecilia, I don't know, you guys, this is very interesting. It's going to be the El Clasico will go down, not in Spain this time around. It will go down in Miami, USA. El Clasico in Miami. I just want to be there. I just want to be a part of this historic, in quotes, because it's been a long time this actually happened. The first El Clasico outside of Spain since 1982.
Well, don't get it wrong, but it's going to be International Champions Cup. That's what it's all about. So it's not in the league, and this is going to be in July.
I mean, whether it's in the league or whether it's just a friendly match or pre-season. So the fact that these two teams, were arguably the best squads in Europe go head-to-head. I mean, it's an event I'd like to be a part of.
And again, reminds us that some people are not sleeping. They're doing all they can to brand, take the El Clasico to the next level. Yeah. And again, now you see, when we talk about the El Clasico, we say, it's the biggest rivalry in football. These guys are trying to take it out of Spain, take it to Miami, bring the fans together, let us follow Barca and Real Madrid to another region.
Yes.
Cecilia, make some money.
A lot of money.
That's what it is. The International Cup has been ongoing for 7 years now. Yeah. And this is the first time they're going to be having this kind of a Clasico. And also the Manchester Derby will also be part of this tournament. Yeah. Juventus will also be there. Defending champion PSG also, they will be playing. AS Roma, Tottenham Hotspur, all of them will be there in the International Cup for this year. You know what? We'll just take a look at how the draw was unveiled on Tuesday night. And Silas Ferguson is actually missing the fact that he's no longer a coach. Enjoy.
Details of the 5th edition of the ICC that will undoubtedly be the best one yet.
The game that we knew about previous, but worth mentioning over and over again, Hard Rock Stadium, Miami, July 29th, the Clásico Real Barca. July 20th, also the venue to be announced, the Manchester Derby. Manchester United, Manchester City, playing here in the U.S. That is pretty cool.
And Paulo, do you miss the game? You miss playing?
No, since I played for 25 years and I really enjoyed my career, but now I enjoy my family, my free time.
How about you, boss? You ever want to get out there again?
No, but I must admit, I miss the big games, the cup finals. They are fantastic. But the year I retired, I went to the Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid final. I said to Kathy, I says, these are the games. Because it churns inside your stomach. Sure. For an hour before the game, when the players are out for their warm-up, you're on your own. You're looking for someone to talk to. You just can't wait for the game to start. The excitement is boiling up in you, and I really miss that.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing a whole lot there. It's going to be in July, the International Champions Cup for Manchester Derby, the El Clasico. Some of the teams from Paris Saint-Germain, they are the defending champions. You also will be having AS Roma from Serie A, Tottenham Hotspur, and some other big clubs. Yeah.
So when the world best clubs come together and everyone's already talking about those guys from Spain, then it means the highlight is Barca and Real Madrid. But it's very good, and it was also good to see Sir Alex Ferguson, a legend in his own right.
Is he missing the game, really?
Yeah, I think he is missing the game.
He said, but it goes around a lot of the times to the stadiums and watching football without any kind of pressure. I thought that would be a lot more, that's a lot better than being, under the spotlight every weekend, every midweek, coaching the game. I mean, I've heard him say that before.
Sometimes you don't just know when to quit this game. I mean, should I go? Should I stay? Now imagine Sir Alex Ferguson, at the stands, and Manchester United cannot beat Bournemouth in a game that they really need to win. But
the upside to that for him is he doesn't have to deal
the pressure
with that pressure. It's just watching as a fan now.
He doesn't chew gum anymore.
Yeah, it's just very calm now. So International Champions Cup, that's coming up really soon. I can't wait for that.
Okay, we'll talk about a 50-year-old player now who wants to play at the World Cup. Now, he retired in 2000. That was when he retired. He's from Japan. He retired in 2000. And after that, he felt, after scoring about 12 goals, for Japan to be able to qualify for their first ever World Cup. That was France 98 when they got their first ever World Cup qualification. But he was dropped for that particular World Cup tournament. And right now, he's just thinking that somehow he might be able to get into the game again at 50 years
Kazuyoshi Miura says he's dreaming and believes that the dream can actually come through. 50 years old and still playing professional football.
I mean, he's already the oldest professional footballer, in the world right now. And for him to actually want to take it a step further by playing at the World Cup, which is the biggest football tournament, the grandest of stages in world football. I mean, Cecilia, there's nothing wrong with dreaming. He has got every reason to dream it, and never can tell.
Yeah,
I don't know, though.
The country can actually make the dream come true for him. I mean, just give him that name. He doesn't have to play every game. He can play one.
There's no sentiments here.
He can play one.
Japan will want to go to
when I was reading through his profile,
the
best players.
When I was reading through his profile, I mean, this is someone who scored 12 goals while you were playing qualifiers for the France 98. And they got the ticket, and he was dropped. I felt that really wasn't
no doubt
fair
about his
on his part. So he has never been to the World Cup. So what is he going to tell these children?
You're not up to it. You're not up to it. No, if you score 50 goals prior to the World Cup, and then when how many say if you score 50, you score 100, and it's about current form.
You lose form, and you don't expect, you don't have automatic place at the World Cup. It's a shame he didn't go to that World Cup, but at 50 now, plays in the second division in Japan. So those are the factors you have to consider. Those are the factors the coaches will consider before selecting the lineup.
Sometimes you just want to make history.
No, you don't do that.
Sometimes you just want to make history. Okay, the fact that Japan got the oldest player to ever play at a tournament
and crash out in the first round.
He's just one man. I mean, he can just play maybe 30 minutes of a game, right? It's possible. Just give him 30 minutes, and that's it.
Sentimental now. And
professionals don't do that. He scored for Yokohama just 2 weeks ago, right? At 50.
Division 2.
Division 2. Doesn't really matter. But the most important thing is that he scored. Did he score or did he not?
Yeah, he did score, but it's not good enough. That's the point. Japan have got great players, all over Europe these days, and their players play in Europe. They don't play in Japan alone. So it'll be very hard for him. The next World Cup is 2018, right?
Just next year.
Next year.
So he will be 51.
Kazuyoshi Miura is good at making us talk about him. What he has done is laudable. He scored 55 goals and made 89 appearances for Japan.
Awesome.
Fantastic, sweet. And at 50, he can still run better than Tayo. That's good. But the World Cup is not.
It is
not child's
massive.
play. It's okay to dream. It might just happen for him. He might just need some magical form, and then they say, "Oh, come play at the World Cup." But at 50,
it's difficult. I'll be very surprised if
You
he
guys
makes
are not cool at all.
Japan's team to the World
You
Cup
guys are
in
not
Russia.
cool. That
Yes.
guy should make the World Cup. He's been playing football since he was 15.
How many Division 2 players
I
were
mean,
into the
he's
World
played
Cup?
for Santos in Brazil.
Yeah.
He's played for an Italian club, Genoa, and before he
Yeah, when
returned
he was
to
20.
Japan and
Yeah,
all
when he
that.
was
So
30 years
this
ago.
is one.
When he was
He
in
can just be
prime.
one of their greatest players ever. So just cap him and make his dream come true. It's so simple. Just him for just one favor. Cap him and let him be in history that in all the years you play football, from the age of 15, you got to play at the biggest stage.
Okay.
That's not too much to
Yeah.
ask.
He knows,
Yeah,
he
but-
knows that
NBA
we'll
now.
talk about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, selectors, the Japanese selectors, they're the ones in charge of this now. It's totally out of your hands.
Yeah, I
Cecilia.
know that.
Out of
If
our
it was in
hands
my hands,
as
of course,
well.
I'll just give it.
Exactly.
I really like the fact that we're talking about him. I mean, at 50 and he's still
It's
playing
inspirational.
professional
It is
football and
inspirational.
he's breaking records
Yeah.
and he's dreaming that, look, it will be good again to play at the World Cup.
Yeah.
We should
Make
all
his
the
dream
best.
come true.
Age
Not
is
me.
nothing.
I can't make his dream come.
Age is just a number, right?
I know.
Okay, yeah.
NBA
let's-
guys.
Yeah, let's do the NBA. I mean, quickly, lots of games went down early this morning, and we'll start with the derby. The derby that was played between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Lakers ended 133-109 in favor of
We're
the
obviously
Clippers.
not going to win
Chris-
the game anyway.
Yeah, obviously not going to win, but the margin of the defeats they've been suffering in recent times is just appalling. 133,
surprised anymore.
109. That's a blowout on any given day. Chris Paul scored 27 points before going to the bench to watch the rest of the game in that particular
I
one.
believe he'll
So,
be smiling like Sanchez.
okay, let's move on now from the Clippers and the Lakers. We also saw a matchup between the Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks. They ended 112-87. Yeah, in favor of the Warriors. Klay Thompson scoring 23 points for the Warriors in that game. It was the 28th road win of the season. It was actually a battle between the Curry brothers as well, too. Steph Curry for the Warriors and Seth Curry for the Mavericks. Yeah, they scored 17 points and 10 respectively in that one.
Well, he hasn't actually had a disappointing evening.
Yeah, it was
anyway.
underwhelming. He didn't really live up to the
10
battle
points,
of the
17?
brothers.
Come
Yeah,
on.
not good enough. Yeah,
Not good
but the
enough.
Warriors
Oh.
got the win. That's what really matters. We also saw the matchup between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Milwaukee Bucks. That one ended 193-90 in favor of the Bucks. That's a dent in the playoffs aspirations of the Portland Trail Blazers. Chris Middleton scoring 26 points for the Milwaukee Bucks, and the elder of the Portland Trail Blazers for that particular victory. The Spurs are still winning, and they look like they will secure the second seed in the West.
Yep.
193, that was the victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kawhi Leonard scoring 20 of his 22 points in the second half. He actually hit the go-ahead jumper with 5:54 seconds to play in that particular game to secure the victory for the Spurs. And last but not the least, this one was incredible. Drama on the court and drama, on the court both times. Let's talk about DeMar DeRozan first of all. He had 42 points in that particular match to snap the 11-game losing streak of the Bulls against the Raptors. But it was during that particular game, there was a massive brawl. I mean, Cecilia,
Robin
massive,
Lopez.
and Serge Ibaka. I mean, those guys will get punished eventually.
Suspended games or something.
Yeah, they will
have to
get
be
suspended.
ejected
It was a
after
proper
the
blowout.
first
I mean,
quarter.
a lot of punches were thrown.
That's right.
You don't want to see that in the NBA.
Yeah. I like. Well, we don't want to see that, but again, it's a reminder that it doesn't just only happen in Africa, because everybody thinks just an African passion sometimes just lead these guys and they just lose it, But it's a no-no. It's unacceptable.
That's no
No,
passion,
no,
Austin.
No, but a
That's
lot
no
of times
passion.
they're
The
so
game was the
passionate.
third
That's
quarter.
just-
It wasn't as if it was towards the end of
Yeah.
the game. It wasn't the third quarter, and these two guys decided to, show
No,
some.
not good.
Come on,
Let's
they
change
should have
the word.
channeled
So you're
that
beating
into
my
scoring
team
more
this evening
points.
and do it
Lopez had
physically.
finished with
It
12 points.
happens.
Ibaka had 16 points, and before that fight, they could have channeled all the energy,
In-
everything
yeah.
into getting more points.
Emotions. It happens.
Really?
It's part of it, yeah.
Come on, control it.
The
That's
Raptors-
why you're a football player. You're supposed to be a role model,
Yeah, I mean, not fighting on the
Not
court.
fighting.
Yeah, the Raptors got the
Terrible.
win. Eventually, they got the win 122 and 120. That was in front of the Raptors. Let's go on a break now, guys. When we return, the show will continue. Stay with us.